Good afternoon, everyone. In this series of lectures, we've been looking at different forms of communication through the centuries. Now, one idea that we've discussed is that what you want to tell people, that is to say, the content of your message, is more important than the form of communication you send. What I mean by that is, let's say you want to contact people you know and tell them that you have a new baby in the family. You could get some special cards printed and send them out. It might take a week. So the speed of the communication isn't wonderful, but the cards would look nice and people would be pleased to receive your message. Or you could send out one of the more recent forms of communication, such as a mass email. Much less personal, but everyone would receive it right away. So there are good and bad points to both forms of communication, but the content is still the same. Everyone is going to know sooner or later that you have a new baby. Email has its own way of doing things. Of course, you can use a few abbreviations or short ways of saying things that you wouldn't use in a letter. And send a photo without risking it getting wet in the rain. That's all good, and there has never really been any great criticism of email. Many people don't seem to think there's much difference between the content of an email and a letter. It's just faster. I don't remember anyone saying that the style of an email message, in other words, the way you express yourself, might destroy the English language, for example. But when we come to the subject of text messages, that is exactly what might happen, according to some experts. And that's the discussion we're going to focus on today. The main argument is that our ordinary writing will get worse or even disappear if text messaging is enough to communicate our thoughts to other people. Parents might worry that if we use the letter U instead of the word you, somehow this is a dangerous step toward using our language incorrectly in writing. However, as you all know, of course, when you type a text, you might be in the middle of your lunch, at a rock concert, or standing up on a train hanging on with one hand and using your cell phone with the other. Nobody is really going to try to write great literature in any of those situations, and for that reason, I'm going to suggest to you that comparing texting with writing is not a true comparison, and that, in fact, it is fairer to compare texting with speech than with writing. Just think about some of the things we do when we talk. For example, when was the last time you pronounced all the letters in going to, or said, I have not? No, you say gonna and haven't. And so do kings, presidents, and, professors. And none of us lose any sleep over that, do we? Okay, yes, you can all relax. I'm not someone who worries about the harmful effects of texting on language. I see it as a new type of self-expression, and I have to say, I enjoy it myself. Now, we're going to watch a TED Talk by John McWhorter that deals with this exact point.